just stop it. It's not good for yourself, it's not good for the environment, it's not good for your fingers. Hey everyone, welcome back to Life with Z's. On this video, we'll be speaking about sperm health as well as overall men's health and toxic masculinity. It just manifested itself into this video while I was planning. But anyway, if you are interested in that, keep on watching. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the link in the description box below for more nutrition and Life with Z's related content. So, onto the video. So, like we said in our previous videos, we can't speak about the first 1,000 days, focus on the first 1,000 days without acknowledging the fact that we need maternal and paternal nutrition before the first 1,000 days. Not just nutrition, we need overall well-being before the first 1,000 days to be adequate. And usually the first 1,000 days does focus more on maternal and child health for obvious reasons, but before that we should also be considering paternal health and in general men's health. In order to understand what impacts sperm health, impacts it the way it does, we need to know what sperm is made up of. So sperm is basically made up of zinc, cholesterol, calcium, vitamin B6, B12, fructose sugar, and omega-3 fatty acids, and some other secretions from the body. And that basically makes up your sperm cell. So, and a bit of protein as well. So, in order for us to actually improve sperm health in general, we need to know what impacts sperm health. And it's both nutritional as well as lifestyle factors, namely high coffee intake, alcohol consumption, excessive smoking, stress-related factors, as well as poor nutrition habits. So let's look first at caffeine, because it's everyone's favorite thing, or most people's favorite thing. So caffeine, like I've said in previous videos, does decrease the amount of nutrients that is absorbed and does lead to nutrient losses through urine. So it's important to sort of time when you're going to drink your coffee. So especially if, not just coffee but tea as well, so especially if you are someone that enjoys warm beverages like myself, try and have your cup of coffee or your cup of tea 30 minutes after a meal, or a couple of minutes or before your meal. Pee out that fluid and then go about your day, have your meal, have your glass of water. Speaking about water, caffeine as well as alcohol is not a hydrating substance. It should not replace water. And that is a reminder I give myself when it comes to coffee as well. But that's basically it. So what is the cutoff for caffeine basically? Now we work with plunger coffee or ground coffee, or more ground up rather than instant coffee as our point of reference, and we usually say 5 cups of coffee a day is your maximum, and you should have a glass of water after your cup of coffee, and you should focus on dental hygiene as well if you drink an excessive amount of caffeine. Now, like I said before, it is not a substitute for water, so make sure you drink a glass of water after a cup of coffee, or even before a cup of coffee. It's something I also tend to do just to make sure that I know I'm getting my water in and that caffeine is not replacing my fluid intake. Now, moving on to alcohol. If I could tell people to stop drinking, I would, but it's not a practical thing to do, and it's not going to make me any friends in the long run. So I do tell people to monitor the alcohol intake and make sure that you eat something nutritious, and that you aren't replacing, like I said, your water with alcohol or your food with alcohol. Now, moving on to smoking, all I'm going to say is stop smoking. Just stop it. It's not good for yourself, it's not good for the environment, it's not good for your fingers. This is specifically nicotine-based smoking, and nicotine products and tobacco products, so please stop. Moving on to more nutrition-related factors, When it comes to sperm health, one of them is a diet or nutritional habits that are high in refined carbohydrates, trans fatty acids, preservatives, and high salt, which is mostly preservative containing food items. Now, I am the type of person that says all foods do count. However, it's important to know what type of foods we talk about when we say all foods. So it's that whole thing about making smarter choices when it comes to your diet. Look at the amount of salt that you put into your food. Look at what type of convenient foods are you eating. Are you eating convenient foods that you can no longer tell that it's a vegetable or a piece of meat or a piece of bread, or are you having foods that are just convenient in the sense that it's making your life easier when it comes to preparation? Look at the type of carbohydrates that you are eating. Are you eating whole grains rather than simple sugars, or are you eating fiber-rich food, vegetables rather than sweets, for example? Not that you should cut out sweets, but I think I made my point clear of moderation. And your fats. Are you having trans fats? Are you having deep fried foods, which is not only high in unhealthy fats, but it's also high in simple carbohydrates? Not that you can't have it, but again, moderation is key. And are you having plant-based oils, or rather having, or how are you having your animal-based fats? Are you having it in large amounts over a piece of red meat, or are you having it a little bit in your coffee? It's things like this that you just need to think about practically. Now, moving on to the last factor, and I think it's the most important factor, especially when it comes to toxic masculinity, and that is stress. So unfortunately, stress is an issue, and mental health in men does go unnoticed a lot of the times, and it is a global cultural issue, because there is this, I don't even know what to call it at the moment, but there's this whole social culture around going to your healthcare professional is weakness. It's important that we create an environment where we can speak about toxic masculinity and understand how toxic masculinity and systems of oppression work together in keeping people, or keeping men, especially marginalized men, in situations that are not only detrimental to them in general, but are detrimental to their well-being. So what can we do to improve sperm health and improve men's health in general? Well, regarding nutrition, it is important to make sure that you have variety in your diet. Make sure that you are making better nutritional choices. Fiber is really important when it comes to sperm health, because you are decreasing the amount of refined sugars that you are taking in and increasing the amount of complex sugars that you are taking in. Zinc is the nutrient that is needed for sperm formation. Like we said, zinc is found in sperm as well. Sperm is made up of zinc, so you need good sources of zinc. That is your red meats, your whole grain products. Most cereals nowadays are also fortified with zinc, so it's really important to make sure that you know this so that you can make healthier choices. Omega-3 fatty acids are also needed, like we said, it's found in sperm, so you'll need good sources, your oily fish, your plant oils. Make sure that you are taking in good sources of fat as well. Most of the time, men, especially if you're a gym fanatic, usually just focus on either carbo loading or bulking up, so it's important to know that there are other nutrients out there. It's really important. I get a lot of questions about, how can I bulk up? How can I do this? What protein shake do I need to drink? Unfortunately, bulking up isn't for everyone. I'm just going to say that now. It's the way diet culture has indoctrinated men as well, is the need to bulk up, to drink that protein shake, to go to the gym, to look a certain way. And that's also something that we need to, moving away from nutrition now, we need to think about when it comes to men's health and the stress and the impact of the societal norms that it has on men's mental health, and how that manifests itself into physical health as well. So that's the video for today. I hope I got you thinking. I hope more men out there are going to watch this and try and make better nutritional choices, try and get out there a bit more when it comes to their well-being. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Click the notification bell, yes, and click the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. To stop this video because the swimming is on. if this comes out before, this will probably come out after the Olympics, but I'm waiting for the swimming, so I stopped the video for a little bit. But anyway, so diet or nutritional habits that unfortunately we do live in a patriarchal society. I really can't say that word.